Hey everybody, it's a bit of an overcast today and cold, chilly. I gotta show you this before it flies away. I don't know if you can see it or not, but way over there, there's a goose up on top of that building. How did it even get up there? Well, obviously it flew, but that's very, very strange. There's one on the ground over there too, must be its mate. And that one's up there, right on the edge of, somewhere up there. You should be able to see it. Maybe not. It's pretty far away. There it goes. That's a first for me. But anyway, I'm at the old Mid-Am Dairy site here in town. This used to supply a lot of jobs here in Fergus Falls, but right now it supplies jack shit. It's been like that probably for 15, 20 years, I think. Just a guess, but a long time. One of the fondest memories I have of this place, you see this building right here? There was a little building that went over the top and down there, and this was an actual weigh station where the trucks would drive in there and weigh how much material they had, or how much milk they had, I suppose. And I would pull my 1984 Mazda RX-7 GSL-SC in here to weigh it occasionally, because of course I always forgot the exact number, and sometimes I wanted to see if the weight changed. And there used to be a little box right here where this metal panel is, and you'd look through, put your step off of this and look through there, and you'd see what you weighed. So that is my fond memory of this spot. I'm just going to drive around to a few different locations that I still can get to and kind of give you a quick little childhood memory. So on to the next spot. If my face seems a little closer, it's because it is. Just like the other video, I'm going to record in 4K and downscale it to 1080p and see if it helps the quality. Alright, here's the next spot. I call this spot the Service Food Train Bridge. The story behind this was when I was about 10 years old, me and 3 of my friends, Danny Mertz, Chad Daniels, and who else? Mark Lundy, came down to this bridge on our bikes. But what we were doing here was we dared each other to cross that lower part of the bridge. And at that time, that was the scariest thing I'd ever done in my life. And still to this day, I'd be a little bit nervous trying to do it. But I'm proud to say that I made it all the way across. All 4 of us did. None of us fell in the water. I'm going to take you up to the top real quick. Now, mind you, I was only 10 years old, and that would have put it back in 1983. The summer of 1983. Because I didn't turn 10 till October. So it was either 83 or 84, probably. It was one of my earlier memories, because it was so scary. It was just embedded into my brain. I also remember when I was about 18-ish, still in high school, maybe 17, coming down here and seeing the Hillcrest kids jumping off this bridge into the water. And a little back information, Hillcrest is just a private school here in town. It's fairly expensive. So, not too many people go there. Okay, off to the next spot. Okay, this next spot is below one of the river bridges. I think I'm in the right spot. Oh yes, I'm in the right spot. Ooh, my knees are getting old. That's getting hard. This memory goes back to probably about... You can see underneath the bridge. It's a little dark down here. This goes down to probably when I was about 12 years old. We were always looking for adventure, you know. This drain pipe that I'm sitting on right here is basically just tied to the drainage system. There's a cover on it now, but back in the day there wasn't. And we climbed in there with flashlights and explored as far as we could. The tunnel got narrower and narrower, but we ended up real close to Ben Franklin, which is about 2 blocks away. This river itself has quite a few memories. They're doing some fixing to the building over there. City Hall is just on the other side of the river over there. Back in the early days of Fergus Falls, when the Native Americans would come to town, they would set up all their tents back there. I imagine there's a few arrowheads in the dirt back over there. That's what I learned in college from my instructor anyway. Okay, so here we go. Off to the next spot. Okay, the last location for today is Grotto Park. As you can see, there's egrets that nest out there. And even got a few that are walking right on the road there. This memory comes from when I was about 16 years old, maybe probably about 17 years old. This is one of the many Little League ballparks. That odd position of that water fountain has always been in that spot. They redid this place, but there used to be, back on that pole, there was a switch for the lights. So we thought it was real cool. We'd come up here at night and have a home run derby. Me, Jerome Rancliffe, Chris Toso, Josh Sunblad, Dan Copenhaver, Chris Dowd, and anybody else who, sadly, I have forgotten their name at this moment, would come down here and be swinging for left field to try and hit that home run over left field over there. But one night, it was pretty dark out. It must have been 10 o'clock because it was in the summer, 9, 10 o'clock. It was completely dark out. I hit a pop fly way above the lights. I mean, way above the lights. This is not a good memory. And my best friend at the time, Dan Copenhaver, got under the ball probably 10 feet off into the grass, maybe 20 feet off into the grass. At the last second, lost the ball. And it went right down directly on his nose. It made a loud crunching sound, and blood just roared out of his nose. So immediately, him and Chris Toso got into their Subaru Impreza, parked down there by my car, and they rushed him off to the hospital. And to this day, he still has a bend in his nose from that very moment, from that very night, back in 1993. So those are a few locations. I'll probably do a few more of these if this video turns out okay, because there are more locations. A lot of them are out of town and stuff, and a lot of the locations are just completely gone or fenced off. There's one spot down by the river where the water treatment plant is that I'd love to take you and show you where we'd take our lunch breaks sometimes, because it was close, fairly close to the school and away from people. But I don't think I can get back there. Maybe on foot. I might be able to go around the fence. We'll see. What are they going to do? Tell me to leave, I guess? But anyway, to the next video. Again, thanks to all my family, friends, and subscribers. Peace.